If you've ever looked at resin art online and thought, there's no way I could make that, I want you to stick around for the next few minutes because I'm about to show you 10 different resin projects that a complete beginner, someone who has never touched resin in their life, can make starting this weekend. No studio, no expensive machines, just a few basic tools and about 20 minutes of actual work per project. Let's start with the easiest project on this whole list, resin wine glass charms. These are small decorations that hang on the stem of a wine glass so people can tell their glass apart at a party. You can drop in glitter, tiny dried flowers, or small metallic flakes to make each charm different from the last. This project takes maybe 10 minutes of hands-on work, and it's a great way to build confidence before you move to bigger pieces. Next, resin bag tags. These have gotten really popular because people love adding a personal touch to their backpack, gym bag, or suitcase. The process is almost the same as the wine charms, except you're using a bigger, flatter mold, usually shaped like a rectangle, an oval, or a simple star. Pour your resin, and while it's still wet, drop in letter stickers to spell out a name or a couple of small charms that mean something to the person you're making it for. Some people like to add a thin layer of glitter at the bottom first for extra shine. Once it's cured, attach a metal ring and a short strap or tassel, and it's ready to clip onto a bag. These make great small gifts, and since the molds are reusable, you can make 5 or 6 in one sitting. Third on the list, glitter pendants. This is one of the most requested resin projects because it looks complicated, but it's actually one of the simplest things on here. You'll need a pendant mold, usually a small circle or teardrop shape with a hole already built into it for a chain. Mix your resin, then stir in fine glitter until you like how much shine you're getting. Pour it into the mold slowly so you don't trap air bubbles, and let it sit for a few minutes before gently tapping the mold on the table to push any bubbles up to the surface. Once it's fully cured, thread a chain through it, and you've got a pendant that looks like it came from a small jewelry shop. Now we get into a project people usually assume is too hard for a beginner, resin photo charms. This is where you seal a small printed photo inside a piece of resin. The trick most people miss is that you need to seal the photo first with a very thin layer of resin before pouring more on top. Otherwise, the ink can smear or bleed and ruin the whole piece. Here's the process. Print a small photo and cut it to fit your mold. Place it face up inside the mold. Brush a thin layer of resin over just the photo and let that sit for a few hours until it feels tacky, not wet. Then pour your normal full layer of resin on top and let the whole thing cure completely. That two-step method is really the entire secret, and once you know it, this project becomes just as easy as the ones before it. If you've ever come home from a beach trip with a bag of sand and shells that just sits in a drawer forever, this next project turns that into something you'll actually want to keep. Beach memory keepsakes are made by layering real sand at the bottom of a mold, letting that layer cure, and then adding a thin layer of resin with small shells or a tiny starfish placed inside. You build it up in layers so the shells look like they're floating in water instead of sinking straight down. It takes a bit more patience because each layer needs to partly set before you add the next one, but the result looks like you've frozen an actual beach day inside a small block, and it becomes something people actually want to display instead of hide in a drawer. Along the same lines, a resin souvenir piece works a lot like the beach keepsake, but it's more about representing a place you traveled to. Instead of sand and shells, you might use a small map cutout, a ticket stub, a pressed flower from that trip, or a tiny charm shaped like a landmark from that city. You layer it the same way, sealing each item between thin layers of resin so nothing shifts to one side while it cures. These make really thoughtful gifts for anyone who just got back from a trip because it turns a memory into something they can actually hold instead of a photo that gets buried on their phone and never looked at again. Shell trinket dishes are small dishes people use on a dresser or countertop to hold rings, earrings, or loose change. To make one, grab a shallow round or oval silicone mold. Line the inside edge with real shells before you pour, pressing them gently into place so they stay put. Then pour your resin over the top, filling in around and slightly over the shells so they lock in place but still show their shape and texture. Once it's cured, you're left with a small, useful dish with a natural beach look around the edge. These do really well at craft markets and fairs because they're both pretty to look at and actually useful. This next one is where things start to look a lot more impressive, but the steps are still beginner-friendly: resin ocean wave panels. These are flat pieces of resin art made to look like waves crashing, using blues, whites, and a bit of shimmer. You'll need a flat mold or a wood panel with a resin-safe edge, and at least 3 colors of resin: a deep blue, a lighter teal, and white. Pour the blue first as your base layer. While it's still wet, pour lines of teal and white right on top of it, then gently tilt the panel back and forth so the colors move and blend into each other like real waves. For the white foam effect, use a heat gun or a hairdryer for just a second or two to push the white resin into thin, lacy patterns. That's the exact trick that creates the crashing foam look you see in these pieces online. It does take a little practice to get the timing right, but even your first attempt will come out looking convincing. Geode wall art is probably one of the most shared resin projects on the internet, and it looks intimidating, but the actual process is more forgiving than people expect. You start with a rough circle or oval shape, either cut from wood or built using a clay border to hold the resin in place while it sets. Pour a base layer in a dark color, something like deep purple, navy, or black. While that's still wet, add colored resin in rings, working outward from dark in the center to lighter shades near the edges, kind of like how a real geode looks when you crack it open. Sprinkle in crushed glass or resin-safe crystals along the outer rings for texture. Once it's fully cured, paint the outside rim with gold leaf or a metallic paint to copy the rough stone edge of a real geode. The finished piece looks like something out of an art gallery, but really it's just layering colors in the right order and letting the material do the work. Next on the list, and honestly one of the most fun to make, abstract resin pour art. This one doesn't use a mold at all. You pour resin straight onto a flat canvas, wood panel, or tile. Mix a few different colors of resin separately, then pour them onto your surface in swirls, lines, or dots, whatever pattern feels right to you in the moment. Then run a heat gun for just a second or two over each color. This does 2 things at once. It clears out bubbles, and it creates these small circular patterns people call cells, which is what gives abstract resin art that marbled, almost space-like look. There's no real wrong way to do this project, which makes it perfect if you're still nervous about ruining something. Even a completely random pour done with that heat gun trick comes out looking planned and professional. If you want the exact resin ratios and cure times for each of these projects, that's in the next video, so go watch that one right after this.